Welcome to Comics League, ladies and gentlemen. And see, here's the thing. It appears that the Anti-Snyder cult, yes, I'm going to call them the Anti-Snyder cult, because guess what? At this point, they're a cult. So I'm going to bring up this point. So recently, the Raps, Humberto Gonzalez, wrote the following on Twitter, which was basically summarizing his article. It said, the fan favorite and cheer moment awards at this year's Oscars ceremony appear to have been rigged by automated online bot accounts, backing the work of Justice League director Zack Snyder, the Rap has learned. Okay, so I want to start off that, this dude has a history of being anti-Zack Snyder. History. So, of course, he's going to write this. So, I find it very hard to believe that this guy suddenly came up with this. And why did it take him so long to get to this point? Next, is that, so if you look, the Oscars sent out there was an article coming out as soon as they announced that they were doing the fan favorite, category, outlining the security measures to make sure it is fair. So let's look at some actual evidence here, unlike Gonzalez. Let's look at what they actually did, shall we? So limit one entry per person during the promotion period per wait, hang on, which is the official rules 18 will not be eligible. All right, so I have to find the actual article. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. What they're doing, also published by The Wrap, mind you, just by a different article. I get the feeling what this is just someone wanting to maintain relevancy, because really, at this point in geek culture, in order to maintain relevancy and get some headlines, because a lot of these, because it's well documented that a lot of these, I guess, comic book news sites or fandom news sites are dying. So a lot of them, to get clicks, just bash Zack Snyder because they know, oh, guess what? That'll bring clicks. So here's my thing. Here's the article. Oh, okay. It won't let me read it because I'm not subscribed. That's great. So the point is, I'm trying to find an actual thing. So let's go. So the point is, so what they did is they limited the amount of votes that you could give per day, and they made it so accounts made in the 24 hours. In other words, so they announced the fan favorite vote, and then you make an account, then you can't participate in the event. You cannot. So it wasn't like all of a sudden they just made all these Twitter accounts. So at this point, I'm just like, dude, I get that you're really what's the word? I guess sore that Spider-Man No Way, or that a Zack Snyder movie attained any acclaim. God forbid a Zack Snyder movie could actually be a good movie. Even though you personally may not have enjoyed it, 2.2 million families did. So I just want to bring that up to you first. Second off, dude, I'm going to bring up this very important point. See, here's how I know that the anti-Snyder cult is just as, if not more of a cult, than the Snyder cult, which, by the way, cult, we just happen to enjoy his movies and want to talk about them and maybe want to see more. Granted, there are some that go a little too far with it, but making a blanket statement saying everyone's a cult. I'm like, what? So anyway, here's the point I'm getting to. If you're trying to promote the fact that we're a cult for liking Zack Snyder's movies, why are you so obsessed with constantly proving that Zack Snyder sucks or his movies suck? Let me put it this way. Ever since the movie won the Oscar category, what was the first thing that came up? Oh my gosh, it's rigged. It's they cheated. It wasn't. I can't believe they beat Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh my gosh. what was it? Oh yeah, also, it's not a real award. It doesn't matter. I'm wondering, would these articles be coming out if Spider-Man No Way Home won the award? No, it's purely because Zack Snyder came out. Because ever since the Snyder Cut was announced, we started being called toxic fandom. This is a very dangerous precedent for fandom. I'm like, what? Just because I happen to enjoy someone's movies? Wait a second. So you're telling me that the way that the discourse has been forever, and by the way, this is why I say that, okay, Snyder fans are aggressive, but you've made them aggressive. Because guess what? When you're constantly bashing them on all these public forums just because they like his movies, guess how they're going to react. Now, I'm not condoning everything they do. So sometimes they go very far, but I'm saying we got to this point majorly because of the anti-Snyder fan. What I mean by that is that Snyder fans are constantly the butt of jokes in the fandom, called a cult. Snyder's movies are constantly being made fun of, and you're made to be stupid or anything like that if you enjoy the movies. And I'm like, excuse me if I happen to enjoy a particular director's vision. I like Spider-Man No Way Home too. I'm just a DC fan and happen to have enjoyed the Snyder Cut a tad more. That doesn't make me a cult. It just makes me someone that can independently think and decide, you know what, I like this movie too. I like this movie. I just happen to prefer this. Okay, so I get if you're like, oh my god. So going back to the point of this video, the Oscars also had a vote on their website, not just on Twitter. And guess what still won? Army of the Dead. So at this point, I get it if you don't like Snyder's movies. That is totally fine. You're not required to like Snyder's movies. And I've said this on the podcast numerous times. What I object to wholeheartedly is people being denigrated for liking a particular director's movies. That I will not stand for. Even if, let me put it this way, even if you like movies that I hate, there's some people that like The Last Jedi. Enosh, The Last Jedi, I personally do not. Not going to call the dude a Johnson cultist or something like that. No, absolutely not. Excuse me, okay? I take very, if I seem upset, it's just because I'm sick and tired of being bashed and constantly attacked just because I happen to like Snyder's movies, okay? That's all I have to say about that. Hope you guys enjoyed this rant. And no, we just happened to win, okay? More people voted for the Snyder Cut than Spider-Man No Way Home, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. Stay heroic.